All right, so we're going to do a little preview in here. I'm going to bring in a special video, a short little video, a few minutes, and we're going to look at the stock sectors. Arvi did a great video for our members. That's level 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to give you a little taste of that right now.
Okay, so this is the XLF. For the XLF, we have a dominant weekly cycle, which is then broken up into these minor thirds that you see right here. And what we've done is we've traced out how the dominant money flows have formed over time in this pink line here, and how the minor money flow patterns have shaped out over time in these black lines here. And what you'll note is that these really have been very, very clear. What we've done is we have shifted this dominant cycle one bar to the left. Now, the rationale behind that is as follows. First, we had an intermediate term low that was due. The intermediate term low was due 322 to 517. We had this sell-off right here that formed a low right around the later part of March. When that happened, it really got on my radar that an intermediate term bottom may have formed given this forecasted weekly timing. And what I wanted to do is simply to wait to see how we moved off of that low. And what you'll see is we moved really quite sharply off of that low back to the upside. So that said that the intermediate term low formed on the week of, if I highlight it, 322, and we are now in a new intermediate term rising phase in the XLF, and overall in a very favorable pattern here. On the upside, we are looking for the XLF to get up to this intermediate term fib target zone from 3808 to 3947. That's really what we're looking for on the upside, and this is a very nice pattern and really one of the best patterns that we are going to look at in this video. So this is the XBI. For the XBI, we just have one single cycle really in play here, but these really have been very clear over time, and this is in a pretty negative pattern. Why do I say that? Well, we had an intermediate term low due. The intermediate term low was due 1228 to 222. We formed the low right here on the week of 3-1, so it was a late low. Frequently, when you have a late low, it's due to the fact that there was a lot of selling pressure and the more dominant money flows had started to shift, and that is what happened here. And in those cases, you look for just modest rallies in rising phases and then to get quick failures, which is really what is going on here in the XBI. You can see there is a bear flag now forming here. Now, given the fact that we have this negative weekly momentum right here, we would look for this to turn back down on the downside into this next key intermediate term bottoming timing here. The next key low is due 628 to 823. I think this chart is a very important chart to keep on your radar and in focus. We've seen this overall rotation out of growth and into value, and that is really manifesting here in this negative cycle pattern in the XBI. We have been favoring the short side in the XBI, and overall the last trade idea that we did has played out well. We will be monitoring this in the coming weeks for one more short side trade idea, so keep that on your radar as well.
Thanks, Arvi, for that great work. Like I said, that is just a preview, a couple of the symbols that we do in our sector ETFs. So you're going to be able to get that whole video if you become a level 2, 3, or 4 member.